We are the only charity in the UK really that specialises on both patient safety and on advice and support for people when things go wrong in healthcare and cause avoidable harm. We see and hear firsthand the devastating effect that lapses in patient safety bring to people who are affected. We get that information and in fact the passion for our mission to improve patient safety and justice from the daily conversations that we have with people who've experienced avoidable harm, chiefly on our helpline.
You never know what you're going to get on the helpline. It could be something that's happened yesterday or 20 years ago. So we're there to listen to the caller's concerns, and then the advice is really tailored to them at what stage they come to us at.
I think it helps to point people in the right direction, because AVMA can give some initial advice to people, but also they can signpost people to even more specialist legal advice if they need it as well.
Our volunteers are a crucial part of our helpline service. Without the volunteers, we wouldn't be able to run the helpline. So we've got about 60 volunteers and they're working all over the country. So that enables us to be able to answer the helpline between Monday and Friday, 10 till 3:30.
The calls that we get are quite varied. We get some people who just want to reach out to us to get a referral to a firm of solicitors, just because they know that if we've referred them on to them, there'll be a specialist firm and they'll be able to provide the best advice and care possible.
And we can also explain to them how to make a complaint to their provider or to the professional body for GPs or for nurses. And we can also help explain to them what might happen if they brought a legal claim. So for instance, how long it might take, what sort of outcome they might receive, and how quickly they might need to act.
It's a great way to know what questions to ask, what information you need, and to provide advice that it's pertinent to the person's concerns and not just general advice of the whole clinical negligence process.
Speak to people that you would often not speak to and realise that there's a whole other range of outcomes to someone who suffered poor medical treatment than just going through the claims process. Equally, if someone does want to bring a claim, you can signpost them to the people that are best suited to help them.
Our inquest service also relies on the voluntary support we get from barristers who agree to take on a certain number of cases for us, to spend a certain amount of time each year representing families of inquests who just otherwise wouldn't be represented. The NHS spends thousands upon thousands of pounds of public money on legal representation for NHS bodies at inquests, and yet the family who want to know the truth, to get to the bottom of it, are often left without any representation.
It can be supporting them through the process, explaining what the process is to them, demystifying it, and that is a really important part of it. The other big role is obviously putting forward the family's questions at the inquest, making sure that they get answers to the questions that they might have, providing that extra support which without, I think, someone that knows what's going on, they would find it really difficult.
Really, the service provided by AVMA offers families the opportunity to have the same level of representation as other organisations that might be involved in the process, even though they might not be able to secure funding in the same way that those organisations can. So the service that AVMA provides really provides that benefit for families in that way.
It can be a really valuable process in providing answers for families, but also generally kind of improving patient safety and highlighting issues that can be remedied so that they don't happen again. And you only get that outcome, I think, if you have someone there who's able to ask the kind of searching questions.
It's allowed me to gain significant experience from a personal and professional level in the world of medical negligence and healthcare inquests at a fairly early stage in my career. whilst also knowing that I'm giving something back and helping those families who may otherwise be left unrepresented in the inquest process. So I suppose if either of those two things appeal to you, then it's a service and an opportunity that you should definitely get involved in.
It was also really useful in terms of building my skills in maintaining client relationships and that kind of aspect of the job. It was really useful. So, if you're kind of someone watching this and thinking, why should I get involved with AVMA if you're also a barrister? I think that's what I would say, is that it provides you some space to develop skills. And also what's great about working with AVMA is that all the people that you work with are absolutely fantastic and they're very supportive. And so you really feel like you're part of a team that's working to try and get the best outcome for a client. So you're not unsupported at any point.
We are here for people. We have had clients that have said that it's been wonderful that they actually do get through to speak to somebody even during this difficult time, and they thank us for remaining open, and we've had very good feedback from our volunteers for being able to help us to do that, so we're ever so grateful.